Should we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
I just did an hour worth of recording. The mic was off. I am so pissed right now. So today is December 31st, 2021. It is 2:26 a.m. I have to start all over. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. All right, let's go on Twitter. This was something I just saw. First tweet. Oh my God, I'm so pissed right now. All right, please tell me I'm not the only person just learning there's a character on social media called Andrew Tate. All right, what I've said on my previous recording is that this was supposed to be on my last video and I happened not to include it. So let's go through what's on the screen really quick. Okay, I need to look him up as well, but I do remember the reality show Sits where he was fired for striking a woman with a belt. That's it. Good Lord, my God. Okay, this is what I hate. All my original thought have already gone. I've said a lot already. All right, you're still not sure what he's famous for, but I know all I need to know. I heard he trashed Princess Meghan, Greta bodied him, and now the Romanian authority got him. Okay, nope, I never heard of him either. Okay, as soon as I learned about him, he was jailed soon after, so I'm glad that I missed most of it. This part I didn't read it. I think I stopped from there. Not until I saw a tweet about him being on Chris Morgan. That's the one that I saw. The squad shared it right away. Next tweet. I'm telling you, the squads are everywhere. I don't know who he is, but that video that I made gave me a little glimpse of who he is. Next tweet. Oh dear God, my ancestors are rolling in their graves. Alright, so this person retweeted that. I love Meghan, but on this opinion, we differ. The culture has been there before she was, and it will be more respectful if she left it the way she found it and mind her own business. Perhaps New York Times could do better. Okay, I've learned that this is a piece he retweeted. Okay, the squad retweeted that, and this guy retweeted a piece that New York Times did. But it's not Meghan's perspective, and Meghan left the institution the way it was. So I don't know what this guy is talking about. Alright, so let me read what the squad said here. I saw that earlier and I just had to leave because if I spoke, okay, that's why we can't have nothing nice. Okay, now if the culture is a toxic one, yeah, I mean, can you imagine racism, slavery, and all the stuff that went on, and nobody did anything about it? Can you imagine that? Alright, so this is the part that he retweeted. Okay, the New York Times opinion piece. The monarchy should go for many reasons, some of which Harry and Meghan highlighted perfectly. It is an institution out of touch and out of time, unprincipled and secretive, and it hobbles Britain with a second-rated constitution. Yeah, it's not Meghan or Harry who wrote it. Yeah, it's New York Times who wrote something, opinion piece, and then they just highlight something Harry and Meghan said in the Netflix series. Okay, do you mean she should have divorced her husband, leave it the way it was? She left in 2020 and kept her head down the whole year. They still came after her with mistruth, defamation, bile, etc. What's she to do? Be quiet and let the lies be her history and the history books. That's the thing they want to do. They want to create a narrative for Harry and Meghan. I spoke about this, where, like for instance, what's this guy, Tom Bauer, wrote a book. Almost every page in that book are lies. Okay, so when our great-grandkids are researching about Harry and Meghan, these are the lies they will be reading about. Okay, so Harry and Meghan need to correct that. Okay, everybody should hear about this. That's frightening. Okay, 10 seconds.
It all comes down to control. It's like, this family is ours to exploit. Their trauma is our story and our narrative to control. It all comes down to control. It's like,
there's Harry here is saying, you're not gonna control me. You're not gonna control my family. He was more than willing to work with them, but they won't respect them. He's been saying that. There's a line, private and public. When he's not doing public work, get the hell away from him.
Everyone has a right to their privacy, and you know, a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. You know, I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, you know, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
But they keep on crossing the line. But once he has the family that he wanted, it's like, forget it. I don't need you guys. Okay, because he's been telling them. Alright, so this is a different language. He responded many times in different language. I don't understand. Okay, which part of that culture has she changed? Can you give us examples? This is how much they write about her in 24, her almost everywhere in the UK, and stepping away. You think this is normal? Okay, there's all the stuff that they wrote about Meghan almost every day. Okay, I don't understand that. Slavery was an acceptable tradition and culture. Apartheid was the law. Genocide as well. Imagine how thing would be if everyone did as you say. You need to shake this insidious mentality of not shaking the boat, as those who benefit to this day instructed us to be docile and quiet. Okay, I don't understand his response. You don't love anyone if this is what you have to say about them. Okay, that's a different line. Stop defending the indefensible. Okay, there's another response. I don't understand. Okay, culture evolved. After all, the culture was for women to stay at home and not work in the olden days. So no, the cool culture of using taxpayers' money just to cut ribbon must end. Okay, she didn't write this opinion, so I'm unclear who exactly you're disagreeing with. Okay, what culture will that be? Okay, Meghan did nothing to the culture. The culture could not stand up to her light. The light exposed the barbaric, civil, elitist, racist culture that permeates every sector of the UK. Harry took her and her light away from the UK, and the world can never unseen what the UK is. That's a very good point here. Next tweet. Oh my god, I cover all of these already. Next tweet. Okay, royal reporters are a joke. Stop me if you heard this one before. Let's see here. Why royal family is not scared of Prince Harry's memoir, according to a royal expert, but they are potentially ready to respond. Like I said in my previous recording, which was not recorded, it just sounds like freaking kindergarten. Not even kindergarten. It's like pre-K little mindset nonsense that they're putting out there. Kate and William will not want scared of Harry and Meghan in US as Netflix will summers. Oh God, I'm just sharing with you because this is just ridiculous. King Charles and Prince Williams are poised to respond robustly to any unjust claims in Harry and Meghan's Netflix series when it drops later, but Palace thinks the show will be low on bombshells because there's not much more to say. Hey, they have the right to correct anything. Alright, if Harry and Meghan say anything that's untrue, they have the right to correct it. Alright, so what happened now? When did they say that? Was before the Netflix? Was it? What date did they have? December 7th. That was before it come out. That was like the date before the first part came out. Wasn't the 8th the Netflix series came out, the first part? The royal family is reportedly finally ready to respond to Prince Harry once his memoir is published. Oh Lord, this was a couple days ago. Okay, I'm still laughing about their overuse of the word royal expert when I know they are just some bored person who wants to draw attention to themselves. They don't even say, oh, this is the person who actually said it. There's the laugh. I love this for them. A bunch of clown I play. They'll be ready to respond because they know what they did. There's that. Alright, so let's move to the next one. Each time I think the amount of time I just spent on recording the first part. This one is funny. I'm probably gonna laugh again. Okay, I'm not a Latina, but this would have been me. Meghan is nicer and classier than me because I would have been banned from ever stepping foot on royal ground after exposing them. Harry and Meghan on Netflix. This is a TikTok thing.
What I'm really thinking about is that the royal family, the institution, the British media should be ecstatic that Meghan Markle was the one to marry Prince Harry. Because if any other person, and I'm gonna say Latina because I'm Latino, like if a Latina married him, they would all be fucking roasted. She would go on every fucking dateline. The mouth would not be shut. This fictional Latina that Prince Harry could have married was not gonna be as soft-spoken, as very much controlled in her speech as Meghan Markle is. No. This woman would have fucking shed light on everything. Because Latinas aren't gonna have it. You bully them, you harass them, they will come for you and they will break you. And that's exactly what Meghan Markle should have done. But they should be glad that Prince Harry didn't marry someone that was as outspoken as a Latina is, or how we're raised to fucking be. Queen Elizabeth, she would have had a whole different life ending.
This one always get me when about the queen. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm moving it back because I always cracked up at that.
Elizabeth, she would have had a whole different life ending than what she had. It was very calm, very peaceful, very tranquila. But if Harry married a Latina, that woman would have been dead a long time ago. Heart attack. Because the news would have kept piling. You were not going to get her. You were not. They should be thankful that Meghan Markle is who she is. Because it could have been so much worse.
That is true though. There's me here. I'm laughing about how Queen Elizabeth could have died. Cat out of the bag every single second if it was a Latina. LOL. Okay, like Tyler Perry said, Meghan could have said so much more, but she too elegant and classy. I always say they best be glad he didn't marry Rihanna. LOL. Okay, phew. Had it been Rihanna. I don't follow Rihanna, so I don't know how. Okay, I can't say anything about Rihanna because I don't follow her. I know some of her music and that's about it. Okay, I'm thinking about Gloria and Modern Family. I could hear her voice in my head right now. I'm thinking Rosie Perez. Oh, her too. Oh, whatever happened to her? I haven't heard much about her. The first time someone says something out of pocket. Okay, what is that? I don't want peace. I want problems. Okay, me too. I will keep that energy going. Okay. Imagine if he would have married someone like me, a young black version of Medea. Everyone will have been dealt with in 2 weeks. Alright, this reminds me of how Zanab roasted Cole at the altar and Love is Blind season 3. Okay, I don't watch that. Okay, I say something similar about many black women. They're very lucky she's as reserved as she is. Interesting, I think had Harry married someone different, whether Latina or not, it takes a special kind of person to not go hood on their asses. I didn't read that part. I think the princess has been outspoken, but she has such class and elegance that she is playing chess, not checkers. But I get it. Okay, I didn't read these in that first video. Okay. Okay, I just read that. Whatever's on that screen. Okay. And we'll have gone off in 2 languages at the same time like they did. Okay. Like they did where I used to work with. Okay, where I used to work, we used to just close the door and wait till they finish. I got what you're saying. When you're multilingual, when you're speaking, especially when you're angry, you have all the languages that you know in one sentence. And whoever you're speaking to, if they are that multilingual person, they will get you. So I understand exactly what she's saying here. Had he married someone like me, I'll be live streaming my receipt with a projector. Same way Ray J did with Kim Kardashian. A Latina who gave gun non-stop on Prime Impacto. Okay, that's a different language. I can't read that. Okay, is there? You could read it. Let's see here. I add one more just because I can't read that. He's not wrong. I'm not Latina, but my chaos will be on display 24/7. No one will be exempt from my wrath. They will be scared to speak my name ever again when I was through. They are not even conscious how lucky they are. Meghan is so well educated, so classy, sensitive, and calm. Harry is the one taking decision, writing books, and accusing them. If I was Meghan, I would have exposed them day after day on my Instagram and Twitter accounts. They will have asked the Twitter people to block or, shut your account down. Okay, they're lucky her mother isn't Jamaican, or they will have quietly received a mouthful of rash word to leave her daughter alone. Okay, Miss Angry Flower is like he knows you. Okay, as a genuine ex-black woman, I can tell you this is the best revenge. Collect your info, move in silent, and bide your time. When the right chance to spill tea comes, it will be hot, scalding, and abundant. And you won't even have to lift a finger to tip the pot. Meghan did well. Yeah, the way Meghan did it is well, but can you imagine? I think in some way, our prayers help in so many ways because they send people after them. They send people after them. Imagine if Harry and Meghan did not get a chance to tell their story and then they had already sent their people after them, we would not know. Okay, so I don't know, like Harry said, the stars were aligned. All right, whatever's there, that's it. I didn't read these on my first recording, so that's why I have more to say. All right, let's see here. Meghan did well, 2 of 2. The way she is doing this is masterful, dripping the tea just enough to so they know the tea is real, accurate. They can backpedal because they've used their words against them, and just enough so they know you have more to spill and can, and just your own time. They scared, or they would have been sick of me. LOL. Fact, imagine if Meghan was Jamaican. Ashes of embers, I will burn the whole lot to the ground. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, this is a response to that. Okay, not what year is it in England, what century is it in England. This I cover it already, not in that video that wasn't recorded, but on another video. But it seems like more comment had come and I happened to bookmark it again. All right, okay, quick question. And with all due respect, what year is it in England right now? And there's 1776, there's people laughing. There's people laughing. The other joke of the world with their ridiculous monarchy. Charles does not deserve respect of any kind. He was a bad husband to Princess Diana and he is a bad father to Prince Harry. What is this man doing? Is this a superhero impression? The UK royals need to stop evoking past glory. That past is tawdry, filled with violence, abuse, and theft. This is what they want to continue, but in a different form. Historians and most colonies are revealing the colony's history as it was, not a Whitehall purported it to be. Put them in a game already and just leave them there. The world will go on, even better without them clowns. That's for sure. This is for sure. They don't want us to be in their space. If we create our own space and they try to come in, we kick them out because they don't want to diversify. They want to see only white people, whatever they want to see. Let them be in their bubble. And then also, this is the performance the UK like. It's like, how do you call this? Halloween every day for the UK people because the royal family keep on putting those costumes for them. All right, so there. That's that I just here. Year is 2022. What you see here is the great actor performs a short pantomime with his colorful eccentric costume. Okay, well, Charles obviously think his time travel back to the 1700s. He looks like he's co-playing at the Madness of King George convention. Pathetic. Okay, we are in the Middle Ages. We are ridiculous. All right, let's finish with what's there. Okay, we are ridiculous nation is all I can proffer. Okay, the year is 2022. And some of these people love to cosplay while half the country freeze and starve. Okay, just making England great again. There's a laugh. This is what they are nostalgic for. It's Halloween weekly over there. I swear, I didn't read this. I had stopped already when I first recorded. This is the performance they're doing for the taxpayers. And the taxpayers love it. Alright? Next tweet. The UK press have stopped trying to criticize what Harry and Meghan actually had to say because it's falling flat. Instead, they are now insisting that the Sussexes just stop talking. I have that video where what's her name? Camilla Tomney had said they should stop talking. It's in one of my videos. Okay, the best part of the docuseries is when Meghan said, "It's your brother, I'm not going to say anything," something like that. I'm glad she didn't say whatever she was thinking. This would have been a point where the machine would have picked up and start saying something about it. Okay, there's that, because they noticed that people are finally listening. Yep. Okay, they're talking about them for 6 years without ceasing, and now they don't want them to speak of themselves. Okay, after Spare comes out, Harry and Meghan have had their chance to tell their side of the story, which I believe 100%. I really do hope they move on. Guess what? They will move on if the British press stop talking about them, because they're putting false narrative about them. It's their reputation. Okay? So as long the media stop talking about them, guess what? Harry and Meghan have a lot of work to do. They don't have time for this little nonsense that's going over there. Okay, they have documentary they could produce. Look at this. There's the documentary that's gonna come out later today, if it's not already out. Okay, December 31st, Live to Lead. Okay, so they have more important things to do. So they're trying to distract and smear their name. Okay, their reputation. So if the British press stop talking about them, everything will be fine. Okay, because toward the time when Meghan and Harry were in the UK, all we were hearing is false stories. Okay, they were all false stories, even trying to pay people to talk negative about them. Look at the Simon Rex incident.
I know we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
They're trying to pay him $70,000 to say something that's not true. Okay, and that other writer, they try to pay her, convince her to say things that Meghan is gonna destroy the royal family.
About how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
And then you have when Meghan went to receive the RFK award, you have the same narrative, one person, one voice over there, how she's gonna destroy the royal family.
Harry, over here. Harry, what do you think about destroying the royal family? Harry, what do you think about destroying the royal family? Meghan, you destroyed the royal family.
Okay, they're following her. So if all of this nonsense stop, guess what? Harry and Meghan have much more important things to do. These are nonsense. Like Harry had said in his engagement, okay, there's a lot to do, a lot of work to do.
Which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do.
Really?
There's a lot to do.
And we could see it. There are a lot of work to do. These people in the UK are spending the taxpayers' money to bring Harry and Meghan down, when they should be focused on helping the British people, the citizen. I don't know if the British citizens are not seeing that. Okay, spending so much energy on trying to bring Harry and Meghan down. But Meghan and Harry should keep on talking as much as the tabloid keep on talking about them, because the truth needs to be told. Okay, those of us who have been following them the last few years want them to have happy and enchanted for life. They are truly good people. Yeah, we want that for them, but at the same time, as they move forward, we want the truth about them to continue as well. The more they keep it on piling, okay, we're gonna have a whole bunch of nonsense piling up where they have to, you know, put a pause to their lives to correct it. As the lies keep on popping, they need to correct it. Okay, there's a laugh. Okay, did I? That's this to talk for 6 years, sister. Okay. Okay, I'm sort of lost because they know these people have. Okay, I missed something. Okay, this is the one. Okay, such entitled. Okay, let me go into that. That's what I wanted to go. All right, they are trying to move on, except the British royal family and British media do not want them to have a happy life and are trying to end it. We have to stay vigilant and keep them in prayers. Harry knows how evil his family is, and the documentary has helped more people to see this. Karma and God himself will reveal who the royal family truly are. Prayers work every time. You're 100% right. Okay, I'm positive Harry and Meghan could have said much more than they did. The royal family should feel lucky, and they didn't. Yeah, like that other video that I just read. Listen to where that guy, if Harry marry a Latina. Yes, just the royal family and royal right need to move on. Okay, the royal family and royal right will never move on. They are obsessed. William and Kate still embedded Meghan's name and their Twitter keywords algorithm so that if anyone type Meghan Markle, Kensington Royal comes up first. Okay, I don't follow them, so I don't know. Royal right gets clicked by writing about Meghan Markle and make too much money off Meghan. No one care about the royal family. And this is the thing. There's a video we're gonna see later. Is that they are upset that Harry and Meghan are making money off of their truth, and they don't want that. They don't like that. They wanted Harry and Meghan to be poor to call back to the institution. Okay, I really do hope the British media and royal family move on. That's how it should have been worded, because as long as British media and royal family continue putting out lies, Harry and Meghan have every right to correct those lies in any manner befitting them. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. The British media and royal family will never move on. The British media make too much money mentioning Meghan's name. The royal family is jealous and feel threatened by them. That's their fault. If they focus on themselves, okay, that would have never happened. Okay, they don't want who, because that blueprint, these I did not read on the video one, the blueprint that they had, the same blueprint that had knocked off Princess Diana, this is the same blueprint they're running on. So Harry and Meghan saying, we're gonna change your blueprint, we're gonna let people know how your blueprint works. If something ever happened to them, we know who's behind it. So there's that. The royal family is jealous and feel threatened by them. That's why William and Kate and Charles and Camilla keep ordering their puppet reporters to launch coordinate attack on them. The media all use the same talking point. That Camilla, my God, she's behind a lot of other things. So baggage for God. Okay, let's consume that energy of Camilla. Send it to God. Baggage for God. Baggage for God. Okay, they've already moved on. Both of these projects were completed before fall. Alright, I think they will move on, and I think that's already begun now that they've started to produce other shows for Netflix on the topics and causes that interest them. Okay, that's a different language. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, Harry and Meghan wants to move on, and their engagement, Harry said there's a lot of work to do. He knows there's a lot of work to do, but these other people, the royal family, are trying to smear their name, pull them down, distract them from their goal, from the projects that they want to do, because the projects that they're doing, okay, shed light to think that they should have been doing, but they don't have the mindset, okay, the discipline to create these things. And then when Harry was over there, Harry was telling them, there's one article, I don't know if it was an article or video that I saw, where Harry said each time he bring projects to them, they push his project aside because they want to focus on the heir, but the heir never come up with anything. Okay, all of these, I never seen that thing again. I saw it once, but I never see it again. For me to show you, either if it was the screenshot or if it was the video, to put that video for you so you could hear him, but because he had addressed that before. All right, next tweet. Harry and Meghan's photo booth pictures live in my head rent free. All right, there's that. There's me responding. Okay, I'm talking about this first picture here. First pic has she's mine. Meghan, yep, there's this. Look at their face. All right, second picture, now this one has that's all I need from her. Meg, I'll give you more later. My crazy thought. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Yep, there's that. Too cute. The pure happiness and the ones of him kissing the bump. All right, they're the most adorable, I think. They love each other. I love when it's completely reciprocate. Harry and Meghan's love is beautiful. Beautiful couple, so sweet, just perfect top. All right, next tweet. I think this is the video. That's the only video I have besides the TikTok one. All right, yeah. Every woman, man, and dog have jumped on the Sussex bandwagon. Every fool on earth is now a royal expert. The Sussexes aren't doing nearly enough. Quote, forgive 100 million, and quote, please stop it. They should be on social media every day, adverts, everything. They are doing the bare minimum. All right, let's see here. The Sussexes have accused the media of peddling trash for cash. What's different about what they're doing? All right, they're controlling their narrative. That's what they're doing, and then they're getting paid for it because many people wants to hear their story. So why not cash in? They have a 16 bedroom or 16 bathroom. They keep on mentioning, but the mention. So this is not free. They need to pay for that. All right. Let's see here. Let's listen. It's 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
But even, I mean, these things operate, as we've been saying throughout this conversation, on two levels. There's the personal level as a dad, and I think he'll be just very sad about it because the key thing that has come through in the documentary so far, and I think will be even more brutal and painful in the book, is this sense that he was an absent father. So in the first 3 episodes, because I've watched all 6 to spare you both.
That's good to know that you're talking about something you saw, not something you didn't see, and you're making your opinion about it. But okay.
In the first three episodes, he talks about his family in Africa. He talks about a family in the army, but makes no reference to his dad as a father. So
that needs to give you perspective. Okay, each of those photo app you keep on seeing him with his father, that was just for the public. Okay, the UK media. All right, the performance, the why they give them, they pay the institution. So he was just performing. The one that matters to him, the one that influenced him. Okay, he spoke about it. If Charles was never there in his life as a father, why should he mention it? And then to have you guys come and bash at him for talking his truth. Okay, so he better not mention him at all. But you could at least also picture that as well. When he first born, Princess Diana come out of the hospital with him and Charles. Okay, Charles there waving and all of that. The performance aspect of things for the public. As soon as they go back to their castle, okay, where was Charles? Charles went to play polo with his friends. Alright, so there it is. From that first day, Charles was never a dad. And I've always said the institution, okay, Charles performed those kids, William and Harry. Charles did it for the firm, okay? And that particular deal Charles made with the media, and that particular deal Charles made with the media, okay, Harry was like, I want no part of this. I didn't sign for this. Okay, So he's not the heir to the throne, so he has nothing to perform for. So he's like, I'm not the heir to the throne. Harry then said that. That's my perspective of that. Okay, I'm not signing for this. Okay, and then he keep on telling them the private life needs to be private, all of this, but you keep on intruding into his private life. You don't listen to him. So once he has the family that he wants, it's like, I'm taking them out. And that was his choice. Let's continue.
There's that aspect of it, and then I think there is the aspect of the impact on the institution. And I know you will probably both disagree with me, but I think that actually the institution has lost something, and I think the institution can't see that it's lost something, and in part,
the institution wants people to believe, okay, whatever it is, their agenda. All right, they are great, they are just glorious, back in the glorious day or whatever. But when in fact people are moving on, things evolve. Every house needs to be somewhat fixed up. Okay, if there's a leak on the house, okay, you need to fix it up. So there's something wrong over there. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to change. Prince Philip even had said that. The same people who's glorifying, he didn't say it like that. I have the clip, but I'll put it. They the same people who's gonna destroy.
I think the British monarchy is so strong, despite the fact that so many monarchies in Europe have died.
I think the British are more liberal in their outlook, and I think instead of most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. Most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. Most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. Most reactionary people who somehow or other tried to hold on to something without letting it develop into change.
They keep on telling them they need to evolve, they need to move, change in a way. But they don't want to. They want to go back to the same old ways. Let's see. But they're still there as of 2022, the last day of 2022. They're still in existence. So let's see how that carry on. They want to force feed people their agenda. I'm moving it back slightly.
Has lost something, and I think the institution can't see that it's lost something, and in part it can't, because the vast majority of the media say that all the blame lies with the Sussexes and Charles and William above reproach.
I agree. I think
I agree,
the Sussexes have. I think the Crown has lost something. They were a huge asset in their time. What I don't think.
Isn't this Bojo's sister or something like that? Are they now admitting that they realize that they lost something, but you guys were keep on bashing them every single day because there was no pushback? But now there's a pushback. You realize this is, they have lost something. But Harry was telling you, you're hurting the feeling of my family, my wife and children. Well, thank God Archie didn't know about all of this, but sooner he will know. All right.
I think the Crown has lost something. They were a huge asset in their time. What I don't think not enough emphasis is placed on this factor. The Sussexes have accused the media of peddling trash for cash. Meghan was on the front page of every magazine.
Is that false? That's not false. Okay, it's true. Ever since she's been with Harry, every single day there's something written about her. So, yeah.
She fills newspapers. What is different about what they're doing? $100 million from Netflix.
They're controlling it. That's the difference. They're controlling their narrative. Like, for instance, there's videos. When I make those videos, I put those clips of their Netflix thing. Okay? YouTube copyright my thing. Okay? They're controlling their narrative. So not everyone could easily profit off of them. Okay, this is the control, and this is their truth. So they have to control their truth.
For a documentary, tens of millions for the book. They are exchanging their content. They are exchanging their content. Their content. They are exchanging their content. Their content, their content, their content, their content, are exchanging their content, royal content, for huge amounts of money.
Don't put royal content. This is Harry and Meghan's content, their perspective. Harry's book is his perspective. Then they tell them not to use HRH. So don't start adding royal content here. His perspective. We don't even know what the book is about. Okay? We have an idea it's about Harry's life, but what's part of his life is he willing to share with us. Okay? So those that mention he has in Montecito, it's not free. And from my understanding, I think some of the profit is gonna go to charities from the book, if I'm not mistaken. Alright? So he's controlling it the same way all these people are making money off of him. Okay? Lies about him, he's making money off of his truth. Okay? So don't complain about that.
Money. And I don't think that's going to be easily and quickly forgiven or forgotten.
I forgive them.
Well, I suppose the key word is, they would say, is control, isn't it?
That's it.
They are controlling
Bingo.
what they present to the world. Because they're
They're selling it. They're not controlling it, they're selling it.
But they,
So what is it your problem for? Why is it your problem? This should be your problem when the tabloid is saying lies about them. This should have been your concern. Now this is their issues. Okay? It has no concern of you how much money they make off of their truth. Okay? This is not your problem. Okay? That's not your problem. Like I said, that mansion is not free. They have kids to feed. They have all sort of things to do. That's not your problem. It's not your tax money. Okay? If you decide to buy the book, that's your problem. Okay? Those lies that is being repeated daily on UK tabloid, on UK television, that's your problem. This should have been concerned you when the lies were feeding to the people. But this telling their truth and making money off of their truth, none of your business. Okay? They're controlling how their truth is being transmitted to the rest of the world. Okay? Sorry if you feel bad about it. Hey, deal with it. Hope you find your baggage to carry to mind your own business.
they've never asked for privacy. I think that's a they've never, when they left, they didn't say we're going for a private life.
Mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Yes, well, what about when the times Meghan says everyone knew where we were, we had to get out, they threw us to
because they were freaking invading into their privacy.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect.
Yes, well, what about when the times Meghan says everyone knew where we were, we had to get out, they threw us to
because they were freaking invading into their privacy. Okay, imagine you sitting in your home. I decided to walk in without you inviting me. How would you like that? How would you like that? We need to reverse this. If it's you, okay, you sitting in your freaking mansion, I don't know where you live, okay, you sitting wherever you are, you're in the living room, you're watching TV with your family. I decided, okay, out of nowhere, walk into your house, go in your fridge and do whatever I want. How would you like that? Or even in your bedroom, in your most sensitive moment, I decided to walk in. How would you like that? And this is the part where Harry and Meghan don't want that. Okay, when they are in their home, that's their business, not yours. Okay, they show us people walking into their gate when they were in Canada. Okay, how would you like that if you had your kids playing in the front door and this stranger out of nowhere walking into your gate? Okay, you need to reverse the mindset of this. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you like that?
wolves. We were fed to the wolves where they took away our
that was
security
about their
details.
security,
That's
Yeah.
about security, which is also about privacy, because if you don't have security, you have to move around. Anyway.
Okay, you're starting.
Final.
Wasn't that guy who said to throw them off the balcony? Baggage for God. They all are baggage for God. Okay? What is Kate doing? Selling her soul to be loved? There's a lot of things I keep on saying about her. I just don't share it. Nothing good to say, so might as well don't even bother sharing it. Next tweet. This is a long thread. Alright? And I already have this link. Alright? This is... Oops. What happened here? Okay. Never mind. I'll click on it again. This is a link. I'll put the link in the description for you to read. Alright, going high often involve dismissing false narrative as not being worthy of coverage. As with neutrality, silence merely cedes ground to the adversary. Harry and Meghan's Netflix is true this route in favor of affirmative telling a story that can compete. Alright, let's see what Harry and Meghan can teach us about information warfare. I'm an Anglophile, I admit it. I chalk it up to some sort of Stockholm syndrome, double whammy because I'm Indian American when it comes to British. Okay, so I'll leave that in the description. The British tabloid press is not a significant player in the pop culture media ecosystem, and one that has significantly more reach and power than Harry and Meghan have as individuals. What the couple understood was that to compete with this system, they had to find a way to compensate for this disparity and reach their audience where they already are. A digital streaming platform was a perfect vehicle. Okay, those are the big meta takeaway, which isn't to say there isn't any fluff. There is, and I won't blame you if you can bring yourself to watch it, but keep an eye on these two. The rogue royals may know better than anyone how to go up against a well-oiled propaganda machine. Like Harry had said, the media is a powerful force, so he grew up into it. He knows how they work. So, and there's Meghan, who studied her background.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit.
Okay, how you know about the media? So they're pretty much using the media against them, against the media itself, right? The same way they were using it against Harry and Meghan. My take. One thing I will argue is that the fluff in the docuseries is also part of the counterattack. The British media have done an effective job at painting Harry and Meghan as villains. The fluff reminds people that they are someone's children, parents, and friends. That's part of affirmatively telling the story rather than trying to convince people that what they believe is wrong. Harry and Meghan Netflix gives them an alternative story to believe, told by those who lived it. It won't convince everyone, but it will convince enough. Okay, a few people send this analysis my way. Thanks, definitely. A best world reads makes a convincing case that instead of ignoring this or misinformation because you don't want to give it oxygen, you can choose to engage by reframing the issue and exposing the truth. All right, I'm gonna click on it again, and I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Okay, love this too, although I believe Oprah was a misstep. This one I had issue the first time I read it. Let's see if I could remember some of the things that I said. Love this too, although I believe Oprah was a misstep. This documentary is wonderful. They will truly do some great things in this world. The royals try really hard to discredit them, and they won't succeed. Alright, I'm interested in why you enjoyed the docuseries more than the Oprah interview. This was a very good point. Later on, I got her and I understand her, and I had the same issue with Royal Suitor. Okay, but later on I got her. Let me read. Okay, that's the one I just read, and thank God she responded. Sometimes you need to take people in a calm level, because you would think it was a hater, but at the same time she was making her point. Okay, the Oprah interview, to me, mind you, I love Harry and Meghan, just felt too sensationalized. Not sure that's the right word for it. Felt too contrived. Okay, I think it laid the groundwork for a full throttle defense from the royals that was effective, and for that I think they lost the narrative. Some of the things that I said in my previous recording is that the Oprah interview was necessary. It was necessary because from the time they were in the UK, Meghan was in the UK, they told her to shut her mouth, and they keep on throwing false narrative on the tabloid non-stop. So they needed it to clear the tabloid. Okay, that's the way that I saw it. All right, but let's continue. Let me go into it. All right, I think the Vags were successful and point to the celebrity aspect, the Hollywood aspect of it. I do think it dinged them, but the series felt more the heart. It came across as warm and natural, and therefore I believe they control the narrative. That's the part here. Yes, the Netflix part, they control the narrative. The royals and the tag had no real effective comeback. They didn't seem bitter here, where in Oprah they did. Believe me, I am all for them, and I have lost all respect for the firm. A family that can feed stories about their son, grandson, and brother as they do are wrong. Okay, there's one reply. Okay, and I believe Harry and Meghan will go on to do great things and gather more praise as they go forward. The royals are paused. They never came crawling back. They have made it, and that is what pissed the rest off. Okay, thanks for sharing your perspective. Do you think it helped that the focus was more on the relationship between the firm and the media rather than making more direct claim about the royal family? All right, this was a very good conversation. All right, let's see here, the family. I somewhat agree with Peg for one main reason. I don't feel they clearly understood what they were up against, surprisingly, and lesson well learned. However, I do believe they did Oprah because they were at risk. This part caught me by surprise on my first recording, because I never thought about that. Okay, about they were at risk. However, I do believe they did Oprah because they were at risk. Throughout, since the time the Oprah interview have been done, I always felt it was to respond back to the tabloid. But this part here, where she said they were at risk, it never crossed my mind. Now that I watched the docuseries on Netflix, Harry and Meghan, knowing that once they removed their security, people were literally at their gate. I never thought about that they were at risk. So therefore, the Oprah interview was necessary. I never thought about that. And I agree with this person. Okay, I also believe that it needed to be done. It needed to be on the record, because the British tabloid, the firm, rewrite history if you don't speak. It makes it much harder for harm to come to them, with Harry saying, look what happened to my mom because race. Okay, yeah, so some very good points were made here. Okay, so let me move on to the next one. Should I yeah, let me move on to the next one, because it's almost an hour. Next tweet. That was a very good one. The response back and forth, which was very educational and very calm conversation between the tweeters. Okay, because sometimes when people feel like they disagree about Harry and Meghan, some squad automatically think it's a negative thing, they being all offensive and all of that. All right, next tweet. Okay, I have to laugh at the British media always calling Meghan, Duchess Hollywood, as a slur for her being American, while their favorite royals will do anything to appear more appealing to Hollywood and the American audience. That's the laugh. And there's me here. They are confused people on that island. Yeah, they don't know what they want. Like I said, there's a video that I have. I think I put an image of Meghan and Tate. Okay, Tate is the perfect woman for the institution, literally. Okay, perfect woman for the institution. She doesn't speak back, she do whatever. Okay, whatever she does, that is perfect for the institution. But there's Meghan here, okay, who's outspoken, who does her thing, who's a hard worker. They don't want her, but yet they're dressing the other one to mimic Meghan, because they are freaking machine. They don't know how to be original, to do anything from the heart, nothing. But they want the other one, okay, to be like Meghan. So tell me if this is not a confused kind of mentality over there. All right, exactly. The longest running reality show that has been scripted by the media for generation. They also confederate of the daughters, thinking that they keep punching themselves in the face to remain relevant when no one wants to really see them anymore. Better to be Duchess Hollywood with an adoring husband than to have spent your entire life married to Prince Baltimore, being subjected to his incandescent rage and pretending like you don't hate his guts. Phew, boy, talk about hell on earth. If he could scream at Harry and Harry didn't like that, can you imagine with her? That's a different language. I can't read that. After this, that's it. I would rather be called Duchess of Hollywood than being called Princess of the Tabloid or lazy or weighty. But the one doing the Hollywood red carpet is the other one. It's such an eye roll, and their readers lap it up. Hey, they want to perform for the public, and the public likes it, so they keep performing. Okay, they're also weird. They say she's Hollywood like it's a bad thing. Then they boast of Hollywood stars the Left Behind interact with. They were salivating when Tom Cruise was at his premiere and they chatted with him. They lauded KFC3, big moment with Ryan Reynolds, etc. During that Tom Cruise thing, I didn't share it, but I saw it. He wore a shoes with an airplane. That was so freaking embarrassing for a grown man. And then he's walking in front and leaving Kate behind. It's Tom Cruise who was taking her hand. My goodness, they don't show this guy any discipline or how to treat a woman. I'm telling you, Harry is definitely a miracle out of that place. I hope those young boys that is growing up in the institution, like for instance, Edward's son and Baltimore, the two sons, I hope they catch something from Harry. My goodness, learn something from Harry and don't be like misogynistic type of men. Okay, next tweet. Meghan Markle ancestors are working a double shift. There's this. I shared this on my community board. Jeremy Clarkson Digley Squad Farm shop closes a week after Meghan Markle vote. This guy, I can't believe him. Andrew Tate in handcuffs after being arrested in connection with human trafficking allegation, allegedly. I did a video about him and I just came to know about him 2 days ago. Not personally, but whatever I saw, I share with you. I don't know him. Let's just say that. I don't know him. Alright, they're all a baggage for God. Okay, karma dancing on all the haters. Okay, unfortunately, it appears that his farm shop closure is only temporary. Whatever. Baggage for God. Okay, Mendo's chicken got the serious GPS navigation to make their way home to boost. Okay, these ones are small fry. Thankfully, our ancestors never rest. Alright, we need to package all of those negativity from the UK. Alright, give it to God. Alright, our ancestors are cheering this moment. Okay, what the hell is Digley Farm? Karma is working double shift. Okay, Karma from her Nigerian ancestors. That's the one I was thinking of. Did I say Nigeria? I think I said Kenya before in that video where I was looking for that African country. I think I said Kenya, but it's Nigeria I was thinking of. Next tweet. Whatever topic I was discussing. Next tweet. Okay, but look at this picture. Now, one of the things I saw when I was looking at this picture, not only Meghan looked gorgeous here, even her most saddest face. When you look at the profile silhouette in the back, it looks like Princess Diana. It doesn't give me the same vibe as Meghan here. Okay, look at the lip. Alright, that's what it seems like. Alright, if you look at that silhouette here. Let's see here. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Every time I see her with the witches of Windsor, I can understand their jealousy. They can't compare or compete. The iconic Duchess of Sussex. Absolutely beautiful queen. Not very happy about something. She was coming from that funeral. Either going or coming. Alright, this was a Bonza day. Alright, next tweet, and this is my last one. Oh, I can't believe I had to record this twice. Alright, this is from Invictus. We can end the year that was 2022 without highlighting how amazing it was to host Team Ukraine at the Invictus Games, The Hague 2020. It was incredible to meet the team and inspiring to see all the nations rallying together to support their fellow, WIS, top 5 throwback. Alright, there's the pictures. Ukraine. There's that. And there's this. Why does he look familiar to me? Did he appear someplace else? And that's the thing with Harry. He is you know, in all of their locker room. And if you look back during the Invictus game, one of the things I was saying is that you didn't hear any prominent people, any elective officials, or any member of the royal family come out to, you know, boost their team, okay, so to show some sort of support. It was at the end, which I share with you, one person, I don't know what's his name or his position, who came out and say something positive about the team. But at that time, the thing was already done. When at the moment when the players needed some support, some boost, but none of the elected officials were there to give them that boost. All right, so that's Korea. Oh, that's where I was mentioning it. Nigeria is the new it was on the video that I recorded earlier. Nigeria is the new team that is participate in the Invictus. Right? So that was the name I was mentioning. And then Korea is the first time appearing here. All right, let's see here. These guys just shows valuable the Invictus family is. They will be preparing for the 2023 games in the midst of all that's happening at home. Good luck to you all in the forthcoming IG. Okay, Invictus game. All right, this is today, by the way, December 31st. So later on, I will watch it. Okay, and that's pretty much. This is extra. All right, love this big father, son, and daughter, 2 princes and princess. I like how Lily is looking at Archie. Are you paying attention? I think Archie is full of energy over there. This is so cute. That's all he wanted. Happiness. Quiet. Alright. Okay. So that's it. Let's do the prayer. So this is the one of the 2 prayers that I did. Alright. Let me just read that. Dear Father, you are the God of love, and I thank you that you are with me in every chance and transition. I trust in your word that says, quote, the Lord your God goes with you, end quote. Therefore, as I enter into this new season, I will not be anxious of the uncertainty, but I declare your word that says, I must not be anxious for anything, but in everything, through prayer and supplication, I will make my request be made known unto you. Amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you, and I truly appreciate that. All right, so new subscribers, okay, welcome.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.